What up, fam? Winter, this has got to be number 3 or 4, is actually sticking around a little longer than anticipated. So, we got a fire ripping. Clyde's in. Got all the snow brushed off him. Today, the list is new carbonator. And I got the rear shocks. I want to get those on so I can try to see how much C-notch action needs done, which is on the list next. And then yesterday I picked up $200 worth of cedar and cedar doing stuff for the bed here, which will be on the list after the C-notch. Then I believe I'm going to figure out what kind of air cleaner I need. And then we're going to start sanding on some primer, because I'm really tired of wondering what's underneath. But yeah, if I can get carburetor done today, get it tweaked a little, get some shocks on, and I don't know, maybe pull the bed off. And I kind of want to get the wood cut, so while it's nice and warm in here, I can get it all stained and stuff. We'll see what happens. Who knows? Figured while it's melting off, I'd get to show you guys a little preview of what we're gonna have here. I got vice grips, wipe on clear in the mail. That's the plan. I think it's gonna look awesome. Not a huge yellow guy, but it just fits this truck, and the box looks so awesome the way it is for a step side. Anyway, some clear on this baby and she'll be pretty sick, I think. Alright, updates. That's dialed. But I did run into an issue. I was chasing my tail a little bit. I had to switch up my ground. Ended up smashing it under there. Because I was playing with the light switch. See if I can get it to do it now. Now it won't do it, of course. And there was like an odd spot in it where I could like wiggle it around. Like what I found out is like add running lights, and then I would pull it to headlights and the tack would shut off. Well, then I figured out after I moved the ground, I just wiggled it around a whole bunch. The contacts must have been dirty in there, and now it's working perfectly fine. But it was still doing it after I moved the ground, so got that figured out. Anyways, go and get this taped up, tucked up, and I think we're on to a carbonator and maybe an oil change. Trying to let the drip die down a little bit. We'll probably go carburetor then oil change because of the drip. Alright, update. It's on. It took a lot of messing around, a lot of looking for parts in the boxes I got. This spacer, throat holes were too small, so couldn't use that after I had it on once, had the linkage figured out. So then I'm like, well, I got a different spacer in there. Check it. Holes are bigger. Like, perfect. Go to put it on. Bolts are too short by a ½ inch. They were getting like a thread. So I had to go get bolts. Then I get back, get it on again with that spacer. And it was probably my fault for not playing with the throttle as I was getting it set. Because if it's not lined up perfectly, they would hit. Well, I ended up flipping it over. Couldn't figure out if it mattered or not. We'll find out, I guess, because it's not just flat on both sides like this. It's got, I guess this one isn't either. It's got holes in the back, but the vacuum port should all work and everything. Anyways, mess with that. Got it did. It's tight. It's on. Oh, I had to switch the fuel line sides. No big deal there. So I'm pretty sure I got the linkage figured out. I found this little clip in the box of parts for my throttle. And I think I know I'm going to hook the spring and everything. Then I just got to figure out the choke. And hook up my vacuum line. It's the only vacuum line we got on this puppy. She's all mechanical. I think that's about it. Then we'll pop her off. Just see what happens. Alright guys. Update. My linkage that I thought I had figured out was totally wrong. That clip that I had over here was too small for that throttle rod there. So I had to start coming up with stuff because I'm like, well, zip tie's not going to work. I had this old T-fitting for like a vacuum line. It was from a turbo project. This is the bigger end. This side of the T was smaller. I cut it off with the grinder, and it was too small for my rod. So I split it down the side with a knife, and then I stuck it in the carb here, and then crammed that thing in there, that rod. So you can see it's kind of like those plastic tailgate deals on Chevys that go on the metal rods and then clip into the handle. But like, I mean, it is, I don't think she's coming out of there, man. It's pretty legit. And if it does come out of there, you just won't have a throttle for a second. It'll be fine. Alright guys, re-update. It's now 5 o'clock. I ain't got shit done. Here we sit. New weng holley is back in its box, getting exchanged. Because it was junk. I found out after I couldn't get it to idle at all. Well, the problem is, let me flip this around. This is my old little baby holley that came with the truck. This piece right here, my thumb's touching, the one that the idle screw sits against, right there. It, on the other one, is not fixed to the shaft. So whenever you adjust the idle screw, it just turns the rod, or that arm, and it doesn't turn the rod and adjust the blades at all. So I should have caught that before, but I wasted a bunch of time messing with it. And in my defense, this is like the first carburetor vehicle I've ever owned. So I'm learning, and I'll never miss that again. But I noticed it right from the beginning, and I remembered my one that was on here, that Motorcraft, being kind of the same way. And I fixed that with a zip tie. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Got to send the car back. Gonna be a couple days. Hopefully it'll be here Monday with the brake lines, and then I can get this thing out. But for now, I'm gonna try to get the front end over, and then maybe I can squeeze the side by side in here. I'll probably have to move my sled back, but I don't know. I feel like dog poop. My head hurts real bad, and I'm over it for the day. Well, you guys aren't gonna believe this, because I don't. Didn't move the sled. That's the side by side in old Clyde. Look at all this room. You can almost walk through here. Harbor Freight dollies for the win, brah. Best $14 I've ever spent in my life. The most used and far stretched $14, I'll guarantee it. This side's a little tight with the chairs, but I got him rolling and he just kept going. So here we are. All right, fam, here's the deal. It's 2 days later, maybe it's 3 days later. I don't know if that was Friday or not. And we're right back where we were. We have a new Chinese holley. The exchange was lightning fast with Amazon. The other one's still sitting right there. This one's not broken, so that's a good start. It was this flipper, the seat for the idle screw. It was just spinning, free spinning on the shaft. So there's no way to adjust the idle. That's why it wouldn't idle. So this one's not doing that. Got it all hooked up. Took about 10 minutes because everything was already ready to go. I'm gonna wind her up, get some fuel in the bowl, set the float, and see if it'll run. There we go, she's idling pretty high. I'm gonna mess with it here in a second. Choke's off, so it needs adjusted for sure. Started pretty easy though. Running so much better than it was before. All right, it's running okay. I gotta do a little adjusting on this stupid trapeze linkage garbage. It's kind of hanging. I'm not sure yet what I gotta do there. Maybe tighten this one up. So I don't know. This thing is retarded. All right, here's what we got. Idle's set about right at 600. It's supposed to be 550, but it don't want it. I think this can's a little bigger than I thought. It also only pulls like 12 inches of vacuum, but it's running good. Sounds real good. Love it. Test drive went a little bad here, guys. Summer had to rescue me. I think my fuel pump went out.